Good evening and welcome to the DPMF live show. It's the 5th of October 2025, Sunday night with episode 89. We are your hosts, Daniel, the mastermind behind DPMF, a leading fintech company based out of London, Wesley, the literary push behind the future Ava Chronicles, Crypto Palace, our resident paramedic, Rayleen doing the socials, Live Free, and myself, Mike, from Latest Crypto XRP. Today, we welcome to our show Simon, the creator of IGC Loyalty Points platform, all the way from sunny Australia. So before we get into that tonight, we usually have the markets, which we haven't got Dan to do the markets with us tonight, but we've got the amazing Wes to do the market. Hello.
Well, I completely forgot about the markets. No, I'm going to get them sorted right now. But anyway, in the meantime, though, how has everybody been doing? There's been a lot of activity. There's also been a terrorist attack in Manchester. Literally 5 minutes from my house, there was I don't know if you've caught it in the main news, but a great terrorist attack on a synagogue.
Oh, that was a few days ago, wasn't it?
It was on Friday.
Was it? Yeah, because I remember seeing something.
Sorry, it was on Thursday. Thursday, yes.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that. I didn't realise it was in Manchester.
Yeah, it was literally 5 minutes down the road from me. It was quite scary, actually. My children had to come away from school.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all happening.
It is. But I'm going to have a look at these markets now.
Vida, I sent you an invite to speak. If you can go ahead and accept that, Vida. Simon, good morning or good afternoon. Yeah, I guess it is good morning to you because it's probably around 6 o'clock in the morning for you, isn't it, Simon?
Good morning. Yes, it's 6 a.m. So if my voice is a bit croaky, I apologize. Can you hear me okay?
You're coming in fine.
Fantastic. Yes, it's it should be another beautiful day in Sydney, Australia. We've got a long weekend this weekend. So most of the normal people are getting the Monday off, which is today. I'm not exactly normal, so I've got a full schedule with my team and a conference call at 6 a.m. And we also just changed our daylight savings, so we moved our times an hour ahead. So there might be some people that will be listening to the recording because they're confused by the timing.
Oh, that stuff always confuses me, especially when we deal with, since I'm in the States and then half the team is in Europe. It's like, oh man, we don't have the daylight savings time, same time either.
Exactly. Yeah. So someone should tell the chickens what time it is because they just don't pay any attention.
You're talking to the right guy about chickens. Live Free has got chickens as well.
You know what? Chickens are so confusing because you would think that the rooster starts to crow whenever, at sunrise or sunset, but man, that stupid rooster crows around 2 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning. Not any time near sunrise or sunset.
Not any holy time.
Do you know,
an unholy time.
Now that I know you've both got chickens, the first thing that came into my head, and I don't know why, was who would win out of the Texas chickens against the Australian chickens? If you was to put them...
You mean as in like a cockfight or
definitely.
Well, that's a bit mean to make them fight, isn't it?
I'm only joking.
I reckon, but the Aussies would definitely win because we're much bigger and better than anything
there
the Texans can do.
It's just because you're the guest, I'm not going to challenge you to that, but that's fine. You go right ahead and do that.
I don't think the Texas chickens even turn up. Like they don't even show.
I actually
muted now.
I remember going to the Dominican Republic back in the day, and when we were driving through the town, to get to the hotel. There was cockfighting going on, and we was pulled up in a bit of a traffic jam on the street. And I saw this cockfight. I was only a young boy at the time, and how brutal, how vicious, how disgusting it was. It was one of the most traumatic experiences I think I've seen between animals. It's very, very bad.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, Wesley. I'm more into protection and care of the animals, not for their abuse.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Feed the chickens, feed the roosters, whatever.
So
take care of the eggs, but no.
So what's the date of this cockfight then? I'm joking.
Do you want me to give you the rundown on the market?
Yeah, go ahead. Do a quick rundown.
Okay, so I've actually done this by market cap. So number one, we've got Bitcoin, and the price is 91,560. That's up 17% in the hour, but on the 7-day, it's up 10.9%, which is a good return.
Are you doing in the pounds, or you're not doing in dollars? Because you just said 91,000.
Wait a minute. Yeah, so it's £91,000. Yes, sorry, this is in pounds.
Yeah. I was gonna say we normally do it in dollars, but that's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm an Englishman. I have to do it in pounds and pence.
That's fine. Go for it. I think it'll be the first time we ever do it in pounds. So go for it.
So anyway, on the 5-year though, for Bitcoin, it's up 1,017%, which that's quite a return. Anyway, next one is Ethereum. That's in second place. That's currently sitting at £3,401. That's up 0.28 pence on the 1 hour. But, on the 7-day, that's up 11%. So that's a good return as well. Then we've got our fabled XRP, and that is at £2.24 right now. Hey, and on the 1 hour, it's down 0.26%. So keep an eye on that. But on the 7-day, it's up only 4.6%. But hey, hear this, on the 5-year, that's up 1,060%. So this is a reason for long-term hodling here. And it just shows you 5 years. Anyone would do that with a stock or a pension. But look what you could have obtained. If you did that with a stock or a pension, it wouldn't be nowhere near thousands of percentage. Nowhere near. Anyway, so at fourth, we've got Tether sitting there, stable as always, at 0.75 of a pound, obviously, because it's a dollar. After that, we've got BNB. That's always there. £873 at the minute. Going down a tiny bit on the 1 hour. But, bloody hell, for 5 years, that's 3,537% for a 5-year investment. Then we've got Solana. Now, Solana's an interesting one because it's been up and coming. It's been going for a while, but it has had a lot of boost of engagement, and that's currently sitting at £172. But on the 5-year, that is 9,900%, nearly 10,000%. Wow. Then we've got Dogecoin. Dogecoin, the funny one, that is just sitting just below a pound. So 0.1. Then we've got Tron. At 0.2, so 20 pence. The 5-year, that's only 1,183%. But we say only, but my goodness, that is some return, isn't it? And then we've got Cardano after that. Funnily enough, that's only 773% return on the 5-year. But it's currently sitting at 0.63 pence. And I think that's the top 10. Otherwise, Chainlink is the next one at £16.78.
No, that's a good review. That's a good review.
Yeah, thanks, Wes.
Cheers, man.
All right, Simon.
Hey. Okay, so I believe last time we spoke, I was busy doing a lot of whiteboarding, working on processes and improvements and things like that. So I thought I'd come on to the podcast of Spaces, and give a little bit of a rundown about what's happening and why I'm finally so excited and so relieved at the same time.
Can we do a very quick review since this has been over a year? Just a very quick review of the project.
Let me give the 30-second elevator pitch is quite simple. It's basically when we first started out, we were running an augmented reality crypto treasure hunt. So people would go out there and find XRP or IGC tokens and then basically scan their local shops, and augmented reality would pop up, and as it pops up, the user would click on the augmented reality, and behind the augmented reality would be 3 different types of promotions, and they would be entered by the retailers. Those promotions could be in the form of a product, it could be in the form of a promotional code, or it could be in the form of like a discount that they can redeem inside the shop through a QR code through our system. So the concept was a global treasure hunt that runs on the blockchain, that involves users going out there and going and being the foot traffic to the local shops, and then collecting these different prizes, promotions and points through the system. So what we built is the engine to facilitate that. Then we took the project over to New York, to the world's largest retail show, the NRF, and we came across the demand for it, which a lot of the retailers love the concept of driving foot traffic to their actual stores by longitude and latitude. They loved the fact that it was something new, something different. It wasn't just talking about people doing the metaverse, it was actually engaging in like a campaign. But at that time, they were telling me that, look, the markets are like the mass market is still a little bit skeptical about what cryptocurrency is and how it's involved, and they really wanted to shy away with a little bit of a caution from the whole crypto mass market sort of concept. So, and they also wanted to have individual apps or white label versions as well. So, for example, you might have a company like Nike or Adidas that might want to just run their own treasure hunts to their own stores. So we took that feedback away, and we came up with the concept of instead of calling it a crypto hunt, we converted the branding and pivoted the branding over to being a loyalty points focused hunt. So instead of saying go out there and collect loyalty points and then swap them for merchandise in our store or our marketplace, we would say go out there, collect loyalty points and then exchange them. Now, to the smart people on this call, it still runs on the XRPL. It's still blockchain for the reasons of mass distribution at a low cost and fast and cheap and transparent. But to the user base, they just see it as a loyalty points system. So we took it away, and so if you do look at our website and most of our branding now, we refer to things as, collect loyalty points. So that's really where we were headed to. We've then taken things an extra step further, and that is in the form of digital pop-up stores. So inside the treasure hunt, we now enable different stores to come to us, and we have a 3D pop-up store or a room that they can put at any longitude, latitude and altitude. So they might want to put one in Times Square or Madison Avenue or wherever they might want to pop one outside, say, a football match. Almost messed up, it said soccer. And they might, so the user will follow the clues on social media, then be able to go inside this virtual reality store through the lens of their phone, and then engage with the brand either through discounts, promotions, or products through there. So we've got the ability to do all of those different functions that really the brands can come to us and tell a story about how take their users on a bit of a journey through like a marketing experience for them. So that was about a year ago we embarked on building this next functionality, which we put in place. There's two components to the product. There's the back end portal. So the back end portal is where the retailers and brands and even users can place the AR treasures into the treasure hunt, or they can upload their own augmented reality icons to be discovered anywhere around the world. They can also use and manage the marketplace in there, so you can exchange IGC for different products and services and things like that. The portal is also used to do some creative treasure hunt things, and also there's a swap engine in there. Now, the swap engine is where if you have IGC, as in the crypto IGC, you can swap it for all sorts of manners of products, services, other cryptos, lots of things like that. So that's the back end component. The front end component is the mobile side, which is the final piece of the puzzle that we are completing now with a go live date. They're telling me it's mid-December. However, knowing developers, I'm probably going to give them a couple of weeks leeway on that as well. So where this is exciting for me is that we've spent 3.5 years building this product to what the market has wanted. And I'm finally taking my hat off as a builder and getting my head out of looking at code and doing sprints and stand-ups, and I'm finally getting into the stage where I'm able to take the shackles off and start to put on my marketing hat, which is great for me because I feel like a new Simon. I hate to refer to myself as in the third person, but basically I like promoting a really solid product that I can take to market versus being stuck in a room looking at code all day long. So yeah, right, so I think you'll see some pretty exciting stuff.
From our initial interview, I know you were more of the shall we say marketing entrepreneur opening the development phase as opposed to the coding kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you're going to start going into the pinnacle of what you can actually
what I enjoy doing.
Exactly right.
And that's talking to both the investors through to talking to the larger enterprise brands, talking to partners. I see one of our partners is on this call today, and working on basically working on mass market saturation for the loyalty points, which of course is built on our favorite XRP blockchain as well. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to this next phase of the component. The reason why I'm looking forward to it is that in the past I haven't felt comfortable that it was rock solid until I have now hired the agency that built the original back end. So the one that is really, really nice UI. It's smooth. They've got fantastic maintenance. The guys at Bamboo are really, really easy to work with. So I've given them the final component to go live, and that's taken a lot of stresses off my shoulders. So yeah, I've got another call with them today, and then hopefully everything is humming along nicely, and we can see the product hitting the market in December, January.
Did you have a question, Wes?
Oh, I was just intrigued. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello, IGC Loyal. So I'm wondering what difficulties did you have when trying to render into 3D format and file type?
That wasn't so bad. The technology's come a long way. A lot of it has been already built into AR Core. Some of the difficulties we did face from a file size perspective when we did the entire rooms, but we found that if we kept the rooms to a certain floor plan size, then it was manageable. In the past, probably some of the difficulties that we did find was things like flickering for older models of phones. I kind of laugh that if anyone sees my desk, it kind of looks like some sort of a drug dealer with 8 phones on my desk, because I've got Pixels, I've got iPhones, I've got Androids, I've got Samsung, I've got all sorts of different models of phones.
Have you got
just to
Huawei?
test the. I used to have one of those ones, but I found out they were trying to record everything that I was trying to build and copy it. No, just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
No, you actually are probably pretty true to that. It's those Chinese phones are probably tracking all of us right now.
Yeah, well,
Thanks to
I
Wesley,
feel sorry for anyone that tries to copy IGC. It's a mind bending exercise. I commiserate with them. There's
no way. It's
going to be
uncopyable.
yeah.
Well, I mean, with a lot of these ventures as well, you're so ahead that anybody that would even want to try and copy you, they've got a lot of catching up to do, haven't they? Because you spent years doing, working on the protocols, working on everything.
Yeah. And you know what? A lot of the processes are the hardest part. So, if this happens, like the redemption process for dealing with a QR code, there's so many different conditions that can be set and then also redeemed for one particular promotion or treasure. We've also thrown in some silly functionality that is kind of cool, that might help it go viral. An example is, do you remember maybe 2 years ago there was a video on on Twitter from a guy called Not Financial Advice, and it was the XRP video with the bobbleheads in the courtroom. Does anyone remember that one?
Wow, I don't remember that.
No,
I remember the title, Not Financial Advice, I don't remember the bobblehead.
Yeah.
It had like
no, I don't
it had like
remember
Brad Garlinghouse and Swartz. They were all in the courtroom and they had their real heads, but they were like a dancing thing. Anyway, it stuck in my mind, and I kind of like that technology where you could put a real image of a face on top of another rig. So what we have done is, because we have the ability to upload a rig with a logo on it, I thought, well, maybe we can upload a user's face or facial recognition to a rig, and then that rig can be dancing like a TikTok thing, and you can put that anywhere, longitude, latitude, altitude. So we've also got that as a functionality inside the system, that a lot of these teenagers can upload pictures of themselves dancing everywhere, just to share. And there's utility behind the IGC token as well, because you need to spend 200 IGC to be able to load each one up. So we've built in functionality throughout the platform that you must use IGC to do certain functionality. So we've really built in IGC into the platform. If it is difficult for the normal people to either earn IGC or to buy it on an exchange and then send it into the platform, so we've got full exchange capabilities to accept IGC in from another address and then convert it over to points. We've made it simple for the MassStream user base, so that they can simply go onto our exchange engine and purchase some points straight off the bat, and then use them in the system. And as part of our white paper scenario, we then use that revenue to buy on market as well, so which is nice and transparent. So it's a way that we can encourage IGC to be used, or force IGC to be used, and also open it up for the MassStream to simply purchase it nice and easily, or earn it.
All right, so let me see if I understand this correctly. So what we're talking about here is we just have, let's just say, a company that has IGC, that has purchased IGC, the XRPL token. And so they will come into your platform and say, all right, I want this kind of, shall we say, marketing plan, or I want to do this quick little thing, because I want to show off my logo, or I want to show off this, or I want to give a free coffee or whatever, but you have to play my game or find my logo or find this. And so they would pay for that service using IGC token, and they would tell their clients, all right, go to this platform and go play the game and see if you can win what I am giving away. And it just costs them, it charges them the IGC token. Is that correct? Is that the gist of it?
That is the gist of it, with one added point, and that is that just say that they put 100 IGC behind that promotion to place it. What happens is that their users then get the IGC. So it's a regurgitating currency. So the 100 IGC is then passed on to the user. Now the user can then spend that IGC to place the bobbleheads or place things themselves or spread it around for their friends. So the company may buy 100 and then 10 people might get 10 each, as an example. So we'll be spreading the IGC around.
So then where does your income, your revenue come in then? If it's the player getting the IGC instead of the platform.
Multiple revenue streams we've set up. So we have advertising on everyone that's hunting. So banner advertising down the bottom. We've got a Printify deal with Adidas, so we sell merchandise there. We've got a SaaS plan as well. So our enterprise platform, if they want to have one of the digital pop-up rooms, they come to us and we scope out what their room would look like, the products. We would do the 3D imaging scanning, and then work with them on the products that they would like to load. So we do that as a professional service. And also we make money from the points that are sold through the platform, through a SaaS platform as well. So if people want to remove the advertising on the hunt, there's a plan, a $10 plan that they can remove that on as well. So
it sounds a bit. What came to my mind, Simon, was the Cadbury's Easter egg hunt.
Maybe is that a UK thing, or how's that work?
Yeah, so in the UK, so Cadbury's done this thing where they did an Easter egg hunt. So I think anywhere on the globe, using AR, you could put an Easter egg anywhere, and then people had to find it. So it sounded like very similar to what you're saying.
It's very, very similar, except the logic behind ours is that it's a win-win for the users because they're going to get free promotions and free things, and it's also a win-win for the company because it drives the user base or foot traffic directly to their store.
It all went quite bad for Cadbury's though, because all the Easter eggs melted. They put a lot in Brazil, a lot on the beach, and it didn't work that well.
They definitely melt in Australia, that's for sure.
Exactly. So we've been doing a lot of screen scraping lately. So we've been screen scraping longitude, latitude, and the elevation of schools and also cafes, restaurants, all throughout Europe and through the US. And then we do a mass batch upload, and we've also got their social media handles as well. So we'll ping them or DM them through our customer service and sales team saying, hey, go check outside, have a look, your logo should be spinning outside. So we've got all sorts of different growth hacking tactics that will come into play in the next few months.
Are the placements random?
No, so it would be directly. I've scraped their longitude, latitude from different sources, so it should be right outside their shop. So by the foot.
Okay.
Yeah. So one thing that it had our technical team scratching their heads for quite a while was how do you deal with the elevation, or how do you deal with the height? Because if you think about most shopping malls, very rarely are the shopping malls singular level or ground level.
Yeah.
So they might be on the third floor. So we've got all sorts of different unique algorithms that are inside our code. An example of one of them is that we can identify the logo and the colors of the store and just say that there is a store, a Nike store on the 3rd level, and Nike has placed, they'd like people to come directly to their store. We have the ability through our AR to know when they're on that level, because the camera throughout the phone will pick up the imagery and then match it to the profile that they've uploaded, and then trigger the AR to pop up in front of them when they're on the right level.
Well, this is exactly what I was wondering, because you could actually tailor this as you go. So when you're on one level, they could get personalized ads. Each AR user could get a personalized ad when they're on that particular level, if you've got that space.
Yes.
And that could rotate.
Yes.
I absolutely understand what you're saying here, and I can see the value and the power of AR. You could go shopping for your groceries, from the comfort of your own home, and see everything you need to see.
Yeah. And some of the, we started to use some of the tech products out there, where you go around the product and, scan the actual image, and it turns it directly into 3D, imaging. It's just, the detail is just spectacular with the technology. It's so granular. Yeah, and you can feel like you can almost touch it, you can spin it, and then that gives the brand or the retailer the ability to say, well, okay, I'll give you 30% off this product line, or I'll redirect them to the website with this promo code, or, I mean, the world's there, or they can spin a wheel and they can get 50% off, or free shipping, or a free tote bag. There's so many different things that we've built into the system. So it's not, sorry, John.
Sorry, my friend, how are you getting along with the 3D rendering of these objects? Say, like for an orange, as an example, are you able to project that in AR in 3D where you can walk around it?
Yes.
How are you doing it?
Well, there's a couple of products that we use, but you can only use them on an iPhone, which is the funny thing. So we use the iPhone technology to do the actual 3D. If you go to megamall.tech, you can see an example of our pop-up stores, and you can see the quality of the product is just, you can walk around them, you can spin it, you can move it with your hand. It's quite phenomenal. The oranges work well. I had it at one stage. I went down to the local, how would you say this, where old people sew and stuff like that, where they buy all their linen, and I bought a whole stack of green sheets and black drops, black sheets, and made like pedestals throughout the house, so I could get the best quality and just do my own testing. But the technology that is out there is quite remarkable these days. They can do entire room scanning, product scanning, and then change the file types over and then pop them in the system. So we've got ready-made AR. So we've got AR that will pop up no matter where they are in the world. So we've got that silly AR, like monkeys doing dances and things like that. We've also got the ability for just a common user that doesn't want to mess around and doesn't want to go and scan their own products, they can upload a logo to a sandwich board or a sign, and then that sign, we put the logo directly onto the sign, and then that sign we then place wherever they want to put the longitude, latitude. So we've got a simple version.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm lagging so bad here. Can you hear me very well?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, great. So I was wondering, does that only work on the iPhone?
No. The scanning capability is iPhone, but our version works for both Android and iPhone. So the actual app works on both. But the scanning of it that we do custom for the retailer, the product is built for an iPhone to capture that 3D circular. Just say you wanted that orange, you have to do that scanning with the iPhone. So that's a case by case. That's more of the enterprise level, which we scope out, and that's how we make some money on the enterprise side to keep the lights on.
Absolutely. Does any other guys, have you got any questions here from the panel?
Yeah, so I was gonna. All right, you might not want to do this, Simon, but I was gonna ask you to put your. Coding a developer hat back on.
Oh no, not on a public holiday. At 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, good. Is that what it is there?
Well, technically, no. It's now 6:37, but we just had daylight savings, so for my mind, it's still 5 a.m.
Okay. So I was going to basically ask you. So what were the highlights when you were in developing phase? What were the highlights in that phase? So what are the things? Because obviously, like anything, there's always breakthroughs. You have good times, bad times. What were the highlights?
I can tell you the highlight for me is getting rid of 2 teams. So I had one team in South America, and after 6 weeks, I quickly realized that it wasn't working. The second team was in Asia, and it was just the same story. And I was just getting really, really frustrated. So I know you asked for a highlight. I think the highlight for me is actually settling and finding a good team that is rock solid. And so the highlight for me is just relaxing, knowing that the technical build is in good hands. After trying once, trying twice, and then finally finding a really good team to polish it off. So that for me is what has made me smile this last couple of months.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Because that's one of the most important things, isn't it?
Yeah. And these guys are really good. Like when we have our call today, it'll be in the boardroom. They will have their entire team sitting face to face. You'll have UX designers. They've thrown, really good seniors. They've got tech leads there. Everything, they're right across the product. They come up with solutions to challenges that, and they challenge me. They say, why do you want this? And then I explain the commercial logic behind it. And then they go, okay, leave it with us. We'll come back to you. So I feel that we've really turned a corner from having a really bad team. And yeah, maybe I was just trying to get away with things a little bit cheaper. And I learned my lesson, paying through the nose, but getting it done properly now.
Well, I think this is what happens, isn't it? When you're starting out and when you're trying to get something to a certain place, it's trial and error, isn't it? There is no right or wrong journey. There's only learning from things.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, it
so
sounds like
super excited.
Is there, sorry to interrupt. Sorry, I haven't actually spoken yet and we haven't met, so hello.
Hello.
I just on that, I was quite interested because I come from a coaching background, and I was wondering sort of what are like the things that the key things that you've had to really overcome in like the development stage and to where you are now. Some stuff that you could potentially talk about in terms of like celebrating that kind of that overturn.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is the timing, the time zone. So in maybe 2-3 months ago, I was waking up at 11:30 in the night time and working through till 2 a.m. And from a health and fitness standpoint, it really wasn't healthy. So for me, being able to have a strict routine of going to the gym every morning where I know that my team's not available and then starting and working during the daytime is critical, I think, from me being awake and present during the calls to be able to do it. I don't think it's healthy to do calls at 11:30 till 2 because your mind starts to race at 2 a.m. and then you can't sleep and then your day's entirely messed up. So for me, having a healthy routine and the right time zone, right team in the right time zone is the reason why I'm a lot happier now.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Is there any other sort of future development or anything else that you want to let everybody know about?
That's actually a very good point. So another thing that I realized is that I can't have everything that I wanted in the first go. So I do have a whiteboard that says phase 2 on it, and it grows every single day. There's a lot of integrations from a loyalty points perspective that I am looking to integrate, from airline points through to grocery frequent flyer shopping points into the exchange, because we've built the easy swap engine. It's really easy to use, but what we want to do is have like airline partners and large grocery chains that we have the ability to run the campaigns where they can swap them directly for the IGC. Coming up as well, our strategy is very partner focused. So we have a partner program that we work directly with. For example, we had Pablo on the call, but he's dropped off. So he's going to be Powell, sorry. He will be running a lot of the European challenges over there. So he's really taking the ball and running with it from a partner perspective. And with that partner program, we share the revenue from the SaaS plans from whoever they bring on. We also reward our partners with IGC every month as well. So we've got an automated partner program that's already, it's not part of phase 2. It is part of phase 1 already. We've got a lot of different languages that I need to change over the icons for, specifically for ones like in the Japanese market. We have a lot of sign-ups for the Japan market because they're heavily across the AR and that type and style of innovation. So there's a lot of integrations that are going to go into the platform. Lots more larger retailers. We've got a full white label version as well of the platform, which means that if, say, a Nike or a large retailer like Macy's comes along and says, look, we really love this, but we want to segregate our data for legal reasons, and we don't want to have any other merchants on there, that's turnkey for us. So from a turnkey perspective, I've got 10 different layouts and screens that Nike would have to design through their designers, and then we put it on top of our white label platform, and then off they go. So there's a lot more coming in phase 2, but yeah, they basically said I can't have everything that I want, so I had a wish list, and it just keeps on growing.
Well, I'm sure you're going to get there, because like any project, that having that phase 2 section that just keeps growing and growing and growing, you're definitely going to get there at some point. It just takes its time, these things sometimes, doesn't it?
Indeed.
So, sorry, Lefree, go on.
I was just going to ask Simon about the tokenomics right now. I know it's been over a year, so I'm sure some of the tokenomics in the sense of dev holdings and stuff may have changed a little bit. Can you review your tokenomics a little bit, Simon?
Yeah, I think I definitely have to spend some time on having a closer look at it. I actually haven't been paying a lot of attention to either the DEX or the holdings. My mind's been quite focused on the build. But yeah, I can definitely have a look into that. I know that we do have a lot of my school friends have ended up working in the finance area, and a lot of those finance guys have been snapping up the tokens when they come available. We've also got quite a good loyal Discord chat there. I know that there's some guys like Kinga on there. He's always snapping them up when they come available. But yeah, I'd have to have another look.
I know. Was it back in June or July of this year? You guys had done a distribution for loyal holders that had promised not to do any kind of selling, and you gave them was it like a 3% or 5% or something like that?
Yeah, I think it was up to 5 or 10%. I can't be certain now, but I don't really like. Well, I think that if you do staking and you've got to actually give over your tokens to someone to hold, I don't know, there's some sort of mistrust there. So I manually went through, and everyone that registered on the loyalty platform, I went and checked the XRPL scanner. And made sure that they didn't sell. If they didn't sell, then I rewarded them just manually sending it through. I think there were about 50 or 60 people that signed up for that loyalty program. A little bit of a manual way to do it, but at least it was self-custody, so no tokens needed to be sent anywhere, which was handy. It was nice to know no one sold anything out of everyone that signed up. So I think that we've got a lot of holders that are in it for the long run.
It's nice also to be rewarded, just for hodling as well. That's, nobody expected that, to be honest.
I did it originally when we first launched the token, and I used to do it religiously around the January timeframe. But then I started to realize how valuable the tokens are going to get, so I kind of got cheaper on myself.
Yeah.
Was there any other questions from you guys?
I do want to ask Simon, what are your thoughts on liquidity? I was saying before the AMMs on the XRPL became everybody was hoopla about the AMM. Really, there wasn't too much talk about the liquidity of the token. And so, but now recently, everybody's saying, "Oh, you want 3%, you want 5%, you want 10%, in liquidity in your token." But I know there's some purists out there. I know Daniel from DPMF. He's more of a purist kind of guy. It's more as you just got to let the free market do its thing. If the tokens are available, sell them kind of deal, or buy them, and just let the price go with the flow. And I know there's other people that no, you have to have 10% liquidity so that to stabilize the project or the coin price. So it's like it all depends whether you're coming from more of a free market kind of like equities kind of deal. As opposed to, or a more of from a crypto, shall we say, view of things, to where you don't want that price to move at all. It's like, well, no, we do want it to move it, but we want it to move, in steady, shall we say, manner, as opposed to big fluctuations. But what is your thought on that?
Yeah. So for me, this has been quite difficult in the last couple of years as I've been building, because I've had to fight with my own, how would you say, it's like an ethical standpoint that I don't like selling something or promoting something if it doesn't exist and it doesn't work and it's not out there and it's not proper yet. So in my mind, I've had to be not under the radar, but from a liquidity standpoint, I believe that once we start to show and demonstrate a functional platform to the mass markets and properly show why and how cool it is, and really put the beast into motion, I believe that naturally that will generate its own liquidity. And then once I see that happening, I'll be able to start to accelerate the discussions with the exchanges. The reason why I haven't been comfortable pushing the exchange level is I really hate tokens on there that don't have any purpose, they have no platform, there's no thought behind them, therefore, and they just basically, not a pump and dump, but they basically, the project it's not tangible. So that's one thing that I've held off on until we have something proper and strong in the market. And once we are on the exchanges, I believe that will in turn bring the liquidity that we need. But up until now, I've held right back because I really don't believe in selling something that doesn't exist yet. I want to basically prove everyone and show everyone what we've been doing for the last 3.5 years.
That's very noble thought, shall we say. It's like, kind of like back your coin, it's like, this is what we have to show for it. Whereas, you have others that, shall we just call them just all meme coins, shall we say?
Yeah.
To where it's like, it goes with the sentiment of the buyer. One day it'll be this meme coin, and another day it'll be this meme coin. It all depends who's more famous, who's being more talked about in the spaces, and who's more talked about in the telegrams or whatever. But really, there's nothing behind them besides just flat sentiment, pure sentiment. That's it.
And what I have been building is something that is commercially viable as a platform without the crypto. But the crypto is needed as a functioning utility token for placing things, using it whether it's using it to remove the advertising, whether it's using it to place the bobblehead things, whether it's using it to place the promotions throughout the thing. IGC is used all through the platform. Which makes it different because there is a purpose for it. So it should be an exciting ride.
I think it's getting very exciting recently.
Sorry, Lefree.
Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was just going to say, what's the main, out of this talk today, what's the main thing that you wanted to put across to the listeners? What's the main thing that you wanted everybody to focus on out of everything we've been talking about?
Well, mostly that now that I've got my marketing hat on, I'd love to investigate any partner opportunities or alliances, or ways that we can create win-win scenarios, because my whiteboard is full of different strategies to take this to market, and my ears are always on the ground looking for ways to get it out there. So I'd say jump on to the back end of the platform now. You can sign up for free. You'll get 5 points to mess around with. You'll see that the design of the portal, if you go in through the website, not through your mobile, go into the portal, you can see that the processes of placing AR, you can see the marketplace, you can add things to the marketplace. Have a sticky beak around. You'll see that this is a pretty good, well thought out product that is tailored for mass stream, whether it's teenagers through to adults, through to large enterprise brands. So have a look at the product. If you're interested or you've got some ideas about partnership, love to hear it, because I'm full steam ahead getting things organised for our December, January launch.
Well, I think there are certainly opportunities to be had here, especially with DPMF. We are also involved in rendering 3D files. We've got file types that nobody else has, and we've got capabilities that would greatly, greatly help anybody on the same path. So it's a match made in heaven. Surely, Live Free, I'm sure, will reach out to you with collaboration. It makes sense.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
And anyone can instantly grab themselves an affiliate link in the platform, so they'll have their unique URL code. And basically, we run reports afterwards, and I'd love to have a chat with the guys and see what we can do. Make some magic together.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. Daniel would be Daniel is the one that does those final decisions, because he needs to see how it will correspond with each other, but the collaboration on that. But yeah, absolutely. That does sound, especially with your AR tech, because Fusion is about to turn on the AR capabilities. It was going to be real soon. If it was not going to be end up doing it today, sometime by the end of this week. So Fusion XIO was going to have their AR capabilities active, along with the dynamic NFTs. So yes, absolutely. It sounds like it's very similar advancements in our platforms. So yes, absolutely.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey,
Wesley.
Yeah.
Ask him about the question.
Cheers, man. So every time we get a project on, they ask a question for their next project.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know about this?
I don't think I got the answer
remember.
for yeah. I don't remember what the answer was for the last one.
It's okay. You start again.
That's right.
Actually, your question last time was about how did the gum cross the road? Was your question from last time?
Okay, did anyone get it? You just must have listened to that. So
Sorry,
how did the gum cross the
remind
road?
me of that again. Once again, I will have it here. I've got my book here. Let's just see if I've got this.
Okay, no, that's definitely what I would have said. Why did the chewing gum cross the road?
Wait a minute.
That's right. And the answer was because it was stuck to the bottom of the chicken's foot.
Yeah. How did we talk about chickens in both of our spaces call? So we started the conversation talking about chickens, and then last conversation was chickens. There seems to be a bit of a thread here.
Yeah.
I guess we have chickens in our future for some reason.
Next thing you know, there'll be another XRPL token popping up that's just called chicken.
Yeah.
I hope so.
A meme.
Well, you know what? You
Probably
can start to create all these chicken AR characters. How about that for your platform?
Definitely.
You can have a different Texan. You can have a Texan chicken and an Aussie chicken.
What does a Texan chicken? Has a Texan chicken got a chainsaw?
A Texan chicken is smoked out of its head.
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a Texan chicken or an Australian chicken because they're both going to be pretty mental.
It's all right. None of them can fly. It's okay.
I mean, what's the Australian chicken going to be like? That thing, like, you guys have got the worst. You guys have got to have the worst luck when it comes to like species of animals, like dangerous.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Actually, at the moment, it's coming out. The sun's coming out, so the red-bellied black snakes are all over the place.
Well, I tell you, you go on about your red-bellied black snakes and your venomous bloody black widows, but last night I had an encounter with a half-inch spider, and I nearly lost all of my senses, and I nearly died. If it was not for my little cat to come and save me, then the whole street would have been ringing the police. It was very, very, very traumatic.
Well, at the moment, I was on my way to the gym, and then I realised the daylight saving, so I thought I'd pull over. And where I'm walking at the moment, there's these ants that I would say they're 1.5 inches long.
Oh my goodness!
And they're just looking at me like going, "Okay, we can take you."
Are you food?
Yeah, it's like I reckon I can. Yeah, so I'm walking over the ant's nest going, I really shouldn't be talking about a dangerous species right now. I'll give them a hint that I'm scared. Okay, so...
Hey,
okay,
I've
so
got
in
a
line
question.
with the chicken... Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on, pal, go on.
So I think we should continue the chicken tradition for the one question to ask. And I think it should be something along the lines of, what's the most dangerous chicken you've ever come across?
I like that. That's a curveball, that is, because no one's going to be expecting that.
And if we get any Americans from Texas there, they might say a chicken sandwich or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? We got some pretty damn spicy chicken sandwiches that'll make your butthole burn. So I think that's pretty dangerous stuff right there.
So, do you want to know the question from last time, though? So this is the question to you, because you've got a question to answer as well. You know that, don't you?
Okay, yes. Okay, fire away. If I can't get it, I'll get the ant to answer it for me.
Okay, I'm just trying to find it now. Just one moment, please. Just bear with me.
I've got a joke in between while you do find it. What did the Pink Panther do when he trod on the ant?
What did Pink Panther do when he trod on the ant?
Dead ant, dead ant,
I like that. I like that.
That's pretty good.
All right.
Okay.
I think I pissed the Ann off though.
Okay, I've got the question here now. So, this was from Firmament Studios, and this is the question. Would your project exist without the blockchain? Is it something you concepted because of the blockchain or because of the technology?
My project would not exist without the blockchain. The reason I need the blockchain is because of the low cost and speed of the distribution of the points. So if the way that I can legitimately and transparently move points at a cheap and transparent way, it has to be on the blockchain.
Yeah, fair enough. Great answer. Great answer. So you're
such amazing.
Sorry, go on.
Go on, Wes.
No, I'm just saying you're this is tied to the blockchain. You're using the technology, and you're going to prosper from this technology, because this technology provides a lot of differences to people's lives. It's life changing. Like, I can see this technology going much further than people trading meme coins. It's phenomenally more than that. It has to be, doesn't it? Surely.
Yeah, well, if you think about, even you've got IGC points that are external that could be purchased and held in Zyman or Zum or whatever you want to call it, and then you can transfer them across to the system and then transfer them into retail services. It's all, it's all part of the movement of an asset around the easy distribution at a low cost. I mean, if you don't recognize that it's 0.0000 something of a cent to move something, and you can do it instantly. I mean, that's a huge benefit to the industry. And I don't think that many large-scale games producers actually, have clicked onto the fact that crypto is not a scam if you use the blockchain for the right reasons.
But also, it's in my experience, it's not just about moving value as well. People talk about that. Obviously, that is a huge benefit, a huge deal to deal with, is moving value. But there is more to this blockchain technology. It's not about moving value. It's about creating value as well. So, IGC can become useful in this environment, in that environment, and you can create your own environment and you can bring use case by creating a token, but it's not just about moving value, it's about also creating value. I don't know if you can see what I'm saying there.
Absolutely, and to back that up as well, another example is that commercializing a loyalty point. You've got so many different businesses out there that if you were to look at a lot of businesses that have loyalty programs, if you were to break up the business, that one of the most valuable parts of large businesses is their loyalty program. But they don't have a very good way to commercialize and put a value on it. And you can do that on the blockchain if you have the ability to do that and then standardize it.
Hey, I don't know if you remember, do you remember Benson and Hedges, the cigarettes?
Yeah.
Right. Well, my granddad used to chain smoke back in the day when he was still alive. Funnily enough, he died of a heart attack. I don't know whether the two things are connected, but he smoked a lot, and they used to give them gratis points, and you used to get a card when you bought a 20 deck of Benson and Hedges, you got a gratis point card, which was worth 20 points or whatever it was worth, and you would collect them, and then you could trade them in and get some great things. They were there. You get a catalogue. You got a catalogue that you could choose things from, and there were speedboats in there and bloody holidays and all of that. But, and I think, you can create value from rewards like what you was just saying, for people to be loyal. Yeah. Like look at Tesco's with their Tesco points or, Sainsbury's and the Nectar points, such things like that. Mm. And loyalty is now being a tradable asset, I would say.
Absolutely, absolutely. And even the smallest business, whether it be a coffee shop, they usually have the little cards that you stamp or get a clip out of. For every 10th one is free. That's the old school way of doing things, where in this sort of market you have the ability to collect additional data on top of that, such as what coffee they've had. The data's not lost. You might want to know when their birthday is and have their contact details. So the ability to take loyalty points and programs to the next level by putting data on top is actually very useful for businesses.
The natural order of things as well, I would say. Yeah,
Simon,
fantastic.
I wanted to ask, so say like I was a business coming to you now, but to what extent could we customize the experience? So, all right, I'm now, say I deal with planets. I'm a thing all about space, planets, things like that. I'm coming to you and saying, right, I want a loyalty program to do with my thing, which is planets and space. So what would we do? Would I work with your design team? What would I need to give you? Would I need to give you graphics, things like that, or do you provide everything?
Yeah, so we've got different tiers. So we've got out of the box, you can use our ready-made AR, which is basically spinning coins that look very pretty. And that's out of the box. The next phase is that you might have your logo that you would like to upload onto a ready-made rig. So that's like a hybrid solution.
Right.
And then we've got our enterprise level, which is where we can design for you, or your designers can produce based on your branding guidelines, whatever you would like, and then we load it into the system. So there's lots of ways to skin a cat. But yeah, we've got turnkey through to hybrid through to full custom.
Fantastic. Yeah, that was just a question I wanted to ask, just so obviously anyone listening who does want to join, then obviously they know that you can cater to all the different needs out there, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did
anyone that has a promo code as well? So just say that anyone that running a website can create a promo code, and they can, for no cost at all, load up the promo code inside our marketplace, and then they can stipulate how many IGC they would like people to swap for it. So they might want to say, all right, I will give you a space coupon. It will be space 123. And then you can put your logo up in our marketplace for free and say, I would like to charge 1 IGC for it. So anyone that is a player or a user that's gone out there and earned IGC, and they would like to then exchange their IGC for goods and services, they can go into the marketplace, they can see the space 50% off, they can swap it for their 1 IGC, and then that promo code is securely delivered on the blockchain through to the user. Now, the benefit for the space retailer is that then they capture their contact details and the data for whoever they've given the promo code to. So, remarketing tools there.
It's fantastic, and I don't think there's anybody else that's even doing anything like this, is there, on the XRPL currently?
I don't think anyone's doing it, full stop.
Well, I mean,
I don't think anyone's as crazy.
Well, well, this space takes crazy. You know that.
Yeah, exactly. I got a little straitjacket waiting for me.
I mean, Go on, mate. Go on. Sorry.
Yeah, I got a van waiting for me saying your time's up. Your visitor's call is over.
Yeah. They let you out just for this one, didn't they? I mean, you live in Australia, mate, so you're already crazy.
My yard time.
Yeah, I couldn't
exactly.
do it. I just couldn't do it. But no, the project's just, it's definitely, I mean, you're definitely in the right place, because one, this technology, it's something that's yet to be discovered from a lot of people, quite crazily. Even the sort of giants out there that, obviously still have their loyalty reward things going on. A lot of them probably still don't even know about crypto and blockchain and things like that. I think it's coming on the radar now because of all the exposure it's getting in America now and everything that's happening. So we're moving quite fast. but it's just crazy how early we are in this space.
Absolutely.
And I mean, and what you've captured here, is, you know, you're definitely going to capture a big portion of the market with this going forward, especially when they say they turn to this and think, right, we need something like this. Oh, hold on a minute. IGC, it's already
done.
there. It's already done.
Yep.
Let's use it. So, like, congrats to you and the whole team.
It should be a wild ride, this next part.
Definitely.
But I'm excited for it.
And congrats for, obviously, you've come back. So that's a success in itself, given the climate of crypto itself. So just that you've come back here, on the show is just fantastic in itself. And we hope to have you on another time as well, when you can tell us the next step. Where you're going to go.
I would absolutely love to. So over this next year, we'll be launching in the next couple of months, but then over this next year, I'll be doing a lot of road shows, being at conferences, both retail and crypto. So getting out there and doing a lot of presenting and really showcasing a nice product.
Well, I'm glad you're on your marketing adventure now, because I could tell you couldn't wait to put that hat on.
Absolutely. I've been going crazier. Yeah.
Was there any questions from any of the other team? Have any of you guys got any other questions that you wanted to ask?
I don't have any other questions. It's been really informative, but it sounds great. Thank you very much.
So everyone jump on the platform, have a look, and you can see that what we've built is world class from a portal perspective. And then we're replicating that for the mobile side, which will go live in December. So exciting times. Thanks for having me on the call, everyone.
No worries. Did you want to say something, Live Free?
Oh no, I think we've definitely taken enough of Simon's time. I think it's time to just finish it up. So you don't have to worry about not stepping on an inch and a half.
Well, this is another thing.
And
like,
get
I'm worried
up.
that while you're talking to us, you're just not going to notice there's a black mamba or something coming out and biting you on the ankle. Or we don't want that on our we don't want that on our conscience.
No, the black mambas, they're extinct now. They've all been eaten by brown snakes. Are the ones you got to watch out for.
Well, that shows you how. I watch the National Geographic channel.
What's the long, brown and sticky?
I feel like Wes would know the answer to this. I don't know why. Oh, he's gone. Go on, give it to us, Simon.
A stick.
A stig or a stick?
A stick.
A stick.
Okay. Yeah. I guess so. Literally.
On that note. All right. Have a great day, everyone.
All right, guys. We normally end our show with a little poetry now, as opposed to last year. It's a little bit changed to our format. We have a resident poet that is a part of the DPMF family. He wrote a poem specifically for IGC. So, the name of the poetry is A New Scene of Today. A garden where all scenes so the eyes could see evergreen. A realm where treasures are hidden and rewards are in the open. A world where those who seek advancement shall be rewarded. A land where seeds planted shall be beautifully reflected. An ocean of innovation that shows all forms of creation. A sea of creation that embraces all forms of innovation. A new scene within the screen where advancement is seen. An innovative scene shown with advancement's screen. A new light born from the fragments of digital mystery. A flower of complexity grown upon the chain of eternal glory. A poetic admiration for the new way that's presented today. A foundation built upon the old scenes of yesterday. A New Scene of Today by NSCV. This show was sponsored by FusionXIO.com, a premier permissionless NFT platform where you can mint and sell NFTs in any of the over 54,000 coins on the XRPL. We now have the capability to see 3D and augmented reality NFTs and to mint the new dynamic NFTs. And soon to be where you need to go to get the future YEM Part 1 and 2 rewards. The current YEM Infinity reward went out today, so check your wallets. Remember, to be able to unlock the yield earning mechanism, you will need to own at least one XIO, and the amount of YEM Infinity reward depends on the amount of XDX you own. Thank you for joining us today and learning about IGC Loyalty Points platform. If you have any questions, please reach out to them and please follow all the speakers here. Thank you very much, Simon. And please don't take anything we say as financial advice. Do your own research. With that said, we bid you farewell and hope you join us again next week for another deep dive into the blockchain world. This show is recorded, so if you missed a part of it, you can go back and listen to the show. Please share and have a beautiful day, guys. Bye-bye.